Greetings, I'm Barrett and welcome to Meet Me at the Table. Today we're going to be continuing our playthrough of Nemesis Lockdown Untold Stories Volume 3. In the last one we were able to send our signal. We got some potential help coming our way. We'll see if it actually is help or not. Who knows in this world of Nemesis. I'm excited to continue on with our story and see what befalls our characters. Requiem Station, this is Challenger Alpha 2-0 on approach. My God, what happened here? Well, it looks like the Nemesis crash landed. Requiem Station, this is Challenger Alpha 2-0. Please respond. Take us closer to that reactor fire. We need to get that under control first. Roger that, sir. Let's move out. Now, if we have choice A token, go to intro 02. Otherwise, go to intro 03. We have choice B. We do not have choice A. Move up towards the reactor chambers of the ship. We need to ensure they don't go critical. Uplink to local comms networks completed, sir. All right, let's try to raise someone in the base. Untold Stories number 3, mission 2. And if you're excited to see if our xenobiologist and our android can make it through the mission, then I need you to meet me at the table. Every one of these campaign missions is going to start with a setup of some kind. I will try to go through as quick as I can on some of these. Again, we're replacing some certain places out on the map. This time they are going to have counters at 0 just like they did before. And this time we're not going to be placing exploration tokens on those rooms. We do not use the elevator or the rover. We do not use power token 4, but the remaining ones are placed normally. Only token numbered 1 should be placed on the blue side. So that means number 2 is going to be placed on the other side. We're not using CSS tokens. And if you have choice A, we're going to be doing this, but we don't. We have choice B, so let's take a look at how we prepare our intruder bag. We're replacing a blank, 4 larvae, 1 creeper, and 1 adult. Then we're adding 1 for each player, so that's going to be a total of 3 adults. Just like the other one, we're going to remove computer action card A. We're going to put the time token on slot B and put on the blue side. We're going to not have any contingency tokens. We are going to be, we don't need to draft characters, but we're going to use the same characters the entire thing. And this time our characters are going to start in the transmitter control room. I noticed in the first video, thanks to the help from the community, that I did place our xenobiologist in the wrong room. She should not have been placed in the repository in the first mission. That's probably one of the reasons it was so weird that I found I was in the room that we were supposed to be before I was actually supposed to be there. So I need to make sure we pay close attention to where our characters start. They don't start in the normal places that they do in an actual game of Nemesis. For additional setup, we'll be placing a malfunction marker in the power generator room. We'll be placing event 4 on the 4 slot of the time track, meaning we're only going to have 3 turns before that's going to take effect. If we have the choice A token, we do not. We will skip that one and we'll close all corridors connected to the power generator room, making it even harder to get in there. Our special rules have to do with a block token. This room action cannot be performed if there is no power to the section. That is these rules for the block token. At the beginning of the game or mission, there are no block tokens. The contingency procedures are disabled. Players cannot use the isolation room, and the main gate cannot be opened, and the bunker is inaccessible. Before the game starts, we will read Event 1. Our objective is to help the rescue team by securing the power generator and providing access to the base's monitoring system. We'll survive until the rescue team enters the base. Completing the mission. The mission will end when an event says so. Event 1, Mission 2 of Untold Stories Volume 3. This is Edward Talos, Sierra Planium Rescue Team Requiem. Are you there? This is Requiem Talos. We're here. Can't tell you how good it is to hear you. Finally. It says here if we have choice A token, go to event 1A. Otherwise, go to event 1B. So having choice A looked like our bag is going to be a little bit nicer to us, but we're missing a little bit of the story here. That's okay. Let's go on to 1B. I don't actually know if we're missing a story now I think about it, because 1A could take us down a completely different path than 1B. Remember, when we decided on A or B, it was whether or not we wanted to tell them there were intruders on that ship. We chose not to. So we're going to continue here. 01B. We're securing the area, but we'll need help. Of course they do. Understand, what can we do? The reactor control systems got fried, and it's constantly trying to restart. There's massive radiation flooding the area, and we can't safely enter the structure. You need to shut the system down manually. The main switch off is in the generator room. Of course in the generator room. It's locked and broken. Copy that. Listen, I know this is a lot to ask, but it will help us get to you faster. We're doing what we can. Yes, sir. Understood. We'll do our best. Everything will be fine. I promise. So here we are. We're going to place Event 2 token plus an on-use token in the power generator room. Of course, this will be so good. We just got to break through a door, repair the power generator room, and then use it. That's all we got to do. Here we are. This is our board all set up. I've placed everything out where it needs to go. We do have our on-use token here in the power generator room that is disabled or it's broken, and we also have our doors connecting to it, so that's awesome. We're here in the transmitter control room. Like I said last time, I did accidentally place our xenobiologist here in our first mission. She should have been placed there. So that did make a difference, and like I said, that was probably one reason why it was so weird that I was there before I probably should have been. Unlike we're not supposed to put our person over in the isolation room. All our characters are going to be going up here in the transmitter control room, which is where they left the first scenario. That's about all I have to tell you about the setup. It's very similar to the way it normally should be set up. There's no flame anywhere or anything like that. The power is a little bit different though. I do have only one power on right now. 2 and 3 are turned over, and our time track is at 7 as opposed to starting at the beginning, and we have our token at 4 that could potentially do something. Who knows what it is. Let's start and see who's going to go first, and we'll begin our game. Before we see who goes first, I do have to make up my intruder bag. So I do have the 1 creeper token. We have the 3 adult tokens. We do have our 4 larva tokens. And then we have our blank token. Those are all the ones we're going to have in there. We'll give it a good old truffle shuffle here, or shake here, I guess I should say. And now let's roll some dice and see who's going to go first. We're going to start with our xenobiologist. She got a 3, and our android got a 4. So our android is going to go first. Let's draw our first 5 cards for our xenobiologist and see what she has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She was able to get her search card, which is good, because now there are going to be intruders in this place. So I might need to try to find some kind of weapon. Rushed analysis. We have workspace plan. If you're in a white or green room, use its room action without paying its cost. I am not. I'm in a red room. Check any 2 unexplored room tiles, but do not look at their exploration tokens. All right, that's kind of cool. We have our interruption card, which we do know from our past scenario that this is basically a dead card. None of the stuff we're going to use on here is going to happen, but we can use it to move and things like that, and use it for other actions if we wish. We have our demolition, destroy 1 closed door in a corridor connected to a room you're in. Oh, that's perfect. That's exactly what we need. So those are some great cards that she has. We'll give our first player token to the android and grab 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see what we have. We have our self-repair card. Our efficiency, use an action from a room you're in without paying its cost. We want to save that card. Oh, there's your power-up card. If you're in a section with power, flip this section's power token to its inactive side and gain 2 energy for your UPS. Remember, she has that UPS card where if it doesn't have anything on here, she is dead. This thing is going to remove tokens whenever I have to shuffle the deck, so it's important to get some of those tokens. She also has her demolition card, and she has her computer skills card, which can open or close 1 door in a corridor connected to the room you are in. We might go that route as opposed to our demolition card. Both of our characters have some absolutely fantastic cards. Our android will start by playing her computer skills card, and she'll be using this to move over to the repository. Well, she'll be rolling for noise, and she got a 2. So we'll place that right here in this spot. Next, she's going to use her power up card. This is going to allow her to, if there's a section with power, to flip the section's power to an active side and add 2 energy to my UPS. Well, that's going to be fantastic. I'm going to take our 1 token and flip it from the power side to the inactive side. At this point, I'll also gain 2 more to my UPS, which we badly need. I'd hate for her to all of a sudden die halfway through this game. That's her 2 actions. We'll pass over to the xenobiologist. Our xenobiologist will use that interruption card to move over to where the android is. I will not be rolling for noise because I'm moving into a room with another character or an enemy. At this point, I'll use now the demolition card where I can destroy one closed door and a corridor connecting to the room you are in. I'm going to take this door and just break it into roar. I'm like the Hulk. How about that? And that's awesome. That's one of my favorite things about this game. I love the doors. They're super, super cool. Those are her 2 actions. We'll move back over to the android. And I thought about this. We are going to use this card to move. I've got a plan. And believe it or not, this plan can't even go wrong, I don't think. I'm going to roll my dice for noise when I enter this room here. I got a danger symbol. Okay, so whenever I say that things can't go wrong, all of a sudden something like that happens. You think even with a plan, things might go right. I'm going to place 1 into the technical corridors. We'll place 1 on 3 and 4, and the other one will be placed over here in number 2. At this point, I am going to use our self-repair card to discard a malfunction marker in the room you are in. That means this room is good to go. I've been able to repair that room, and that is our 2 actions with the android. Moving back to the xenobiologist, I've got 3 cards left. It doesn't matter which order I play these. I'm going to use one of them to move over here, and the other one is going to activate the power generator with the 2 cards, meaning we are going to look at story moment 02 since we have activated it. Working as intended? Yeah, right. They told us it would work. It should have. Something got screwed with the control system. What could possibly go wrong? Now what? Flip the time token to the inactive red side. Flip all power tokens to the red side. Well, joke's on you, they're all on the red side. Place an event 3 token plus an on-use token in the backup power supply. Place the block token in the power generator room. Fantastic. Now we have to make it down to the backup power supply. I don't even know if we're going to make it there. And I also have to probably find some weapons because neither of our characters have any weapons. And like I said, intruders are in the facility. We'll place that block token right here in the power generator. Remember, with the block token there, I cannot use this room if the power is not to this area, and there is no power right now in the facility. I have 1 card left. Our xenobiologist has done her 2 actions. We'll move over to the android. The android does have her demolitions card. I can destroy 1 closed door and a corridor connected to the room you are in. I'm going to choose this one right here. We're going to destroy that door. Fantastic. That's the end of our turn. We're going to have to go to the event steps now. We'll start from the very beginning. It says launch CSS pods. Remember, we don't have any of those, so we'll move the time track to 6. Then we'll remove any noise. That's not going to happen. There are no intruders, no fire damage. We'll resolve an event card, and the intruder bag development will happen. We'll move our time token to 6, and right now it's on the red side. This specific scenario did not mention anything about not drawing event cards like our first one did, so I'm going to draw our first event card and see what has happened to us. We have egg protection. Resolve an encounter for each character who is in the nest or is carrying an intruder egg. Each character gets 1 contamination card if we're in darkness. Oh, that's terrible. So we are in darkness, so we're all going to gain 1 contamination card. Yuck. So we'll place this one into our android's deck and this one into our xenobiologist deck. Now we'll do our intruder bag development. Let's see what we have here. We'll draw for our first player first, which is the android. The android is going to draw out the blank token. Again, since there's no specific rules saying what we're supposed to do, I'm going with the actual rules for the game. And that means we're going to place this back in the bag and we're going to add an adult token to it. So with that done, we're going to move to our xenobiologist and give us a little bit of a shuffle here and draw out her token and see what she gets for the intruder bag development. She got herself, she drew the blank one as well. So we'll put that in there and then we'll add yet again another adult to this intruder bag. Oh my gosh, there's already what, 5 adults in there? That's out of control. Our first round completed, we'll move to our xenobiologist, grab her last 5 cards here, field experience. I can reduce a counter, gain a research, search, also pheromones, visceration, and her repairs card. All right, she has some decent cards. At least she's probably going to be moving with those. Before I go too much further, I do want to mention that the laboratory bard is in play, and this is also in play, and our android does know this weakness. Any classic or melee weapon attack that deals at least 1 injury deals 1 additional injury. Oh my gosh, I do the same ones. That's pretty awesome. This is the same one we had in the last one, but it might actually come into effect in this one as opposed to the last game where we never even saw an intruder. Our android will draw 5 cards as well. She has her search card, her other search card, her network access, where if you're in a room with a computer, open or close 1 door. If you're in a room with a computer in a section with power, I can use a computer action card. You may perform 2 actions from that computer card. That's really good. her repairs card. She also has her interruption card, and I believe that's going to be it. As you see by her cards, they're absolutely magnificently powerful. On top of that, since I have a contamination card, I do want to mention that when you use the android in the lockdown game, you are going to have to use the trait card from the Aftermath expansion. And it says here, after choosing the android, discard one personal objective and draw a second corporate objective. Of course, we won't be dealing with that during our campaign. Your wounds can only be dressed or healed using that self-repair card that you have seen. You cannot use a green item on yourself except for clothes to get rid of slime. If you can never have a larva on the character board, each time you draw a contamination card, scan it. If it's infected, you suffer a light wound. Remove the contamination card afterward and draw an action card. I'm going to place that right up here. The reason I'm showing you this now is because we did get that contamination card. So when I do have to bring these cards over here and draw this, I'll scan it. If it's a contamination card, she'll suffer that light wound. Otherwise, we just discard this, I believe. Is that how this works? I think it is. You just discard it. Each time you draw a contamination card, scan it. If it's infected, you suffer a light wound. Remove the contamination card afterwards and draw an action card. So even if it isn't one, we'll remove it and draw an action card. So this character, like I've said before, is super powerful. So as long as we can keep this up with her UPS, I think we're going to have a really powerful character through this campaign. It's time for our characters to make a run for that backup power supply. Well, at least one person probably does. I could probably send the other one off to find some items. Sadly, of course, there are no items here or anywhere on this first level. So I might start going around the second level looking for at least some type of arm items or something. We're going to use this card first to move for our xenobiologist since she is the first player. We'll move right there. Roll our noise die and see what happens. Whoa, another danger symbol. Wow, this is turning out to be absolutely terrible. Danger everywhere. We'll place one here and here. I don't need to place one there because there already is one. At this point, I will play, I don't know. Her repairs card, we're going to use that one to move down here. I lied, we're keeping the repairs card. We are going to use her visceration card. That's the one we're going to use. I'll roll for noise as I move into this section here. We got a 4, so she's going to have to remove this noise token and draw from the bag and see what we find. We'll shake it up here. Hopefully draw another blank token. That would be awesome. Let's see what we have found. We have found, an adult alien intruder dude. Here he is. Roar. He was hiding inside this corridor here, ready to pounce and get her. That's no good. It's got a surprise value of 3. She does still have 3 cards, so she is not surprised by this intruder, but we'll place it right there. Oh no, it's going to be bad news. I don't have any way to help the xenobiologist. I don't have any weapons. I'm going to use my interruption card to move. And as you can tell by the way I have my camera, we're moving back this way. I'm going to roll our noise dice. See what we get. We got a 1. That is where we're going. But good news is I don't have to worry about an intruder. We'll move again using our network access card. I think we're going to use this one. There's a lot of cool things I can do if I'm in a room with a... No, we're going to save that. I might have to use that. Oh, but something might be malfunctioning. I might need this card too, and I want to search. Oh, there's so many things I want to do in this game. I'm going to use our repairs card. We're going to move over to there. Let's roll up our noise die and see what we get. We got a 4. It's again right where we're going. This is what happened last time. Those are her 2 actions. We'll move back to the xenobiologist. This is probably not going to be the best idea, but we're going to do it anyway. I'm going to use my repairs card. We're going to discard our repairs card to use our probe arm. I can, if you're in combat, discard 1 use and place 1 carcass on this card. Do not place a carcass if one is already present. And I don't see why not. Who knows? I might be able to use that to gain some research later on. So I'll discard this and gain a carcass token that we can put on that card. That's our first action. Our second action is, you've guessed it, we're running. I'm taking a field expert and we are just jogging away from this guy down over there. We'll roll up our noise die, but first we have to take a wound card from the Night Stalker. Let's see which one we've got. We got the piercing the heart. Oh, good news. I don't have to worry about it. It's only when the queen attacks. That's awesome. So we've got away from him safely. Those were our 2 actions. We're done there. The only thing I have left to do is we do still have to roll for noise when moving away. Hopefully we don't get a danger symbol. We got a quiet symbol. That's awesome. This guy's making so much noise. We snuck right by him over into this area. That's super, super good. I'm super excited for that. That's the end of her 2 actions. Our android has only a couple cards left. We'll use, I know I've been saving it because I might need it. No, we're going to use our search card. I'm going to use my search card to move over to this room right here. So let's reveal what room that is. We have managed to find, what is this? An emergency room. That's fantastic. That can treat my wounds. That's great. Sadly, I don't think she can really do it there. Well, that's okay. It is, oh, it's all quiet. I don't even have to worry about rolling for noise. And there are two things here. Now, sadly, I was really hoping that there would be, this would be like a red or yellow room because she can't use green items very well. So it's kind of a pointless room for her to be in, which is kind of sad. But that's okay. That was her first action. She has one action left. I kind of wonder if I should just keep on walking. I think we are. We're going to use our network access card to move, and we're going to move right over to this one over here. Let's see what we find. I want to find a red or yellow room. We found the cargo sending system, and see this up here? That means I can search for anything I want. That's awesome. Let's see what it is. Oh no, I got slimed. That's terrible. Then I'm going to put it at 3. She's going to be in that room. We'll roll for noise to see what happens to her. We got a 3. Thank goodness we didn't get like a quiet symbol this time. We're going to have been really bad. We'll put a noise token into 3, and those are her 2 actions at this point. Our xenobiologist is still making a clear beeline for this backup power supply, so she'll move down there, roll for noise. Hopefully we don't get that corridor. We got the technical corridors. I have to remove the technical corridors, and we have to draw another token out of this bag, and now I don't have any cards, so this is going to be bad news. I drew myself a creeper token, and I'm sure it's more than, yes, it's 2. Look at that. That's fantastic. Oh, I might have made a mistake here. This one is 4. I should have taken an attack, so I'll make sure to put a note in that video where it happened. But I have no power, so it's not 3 cards. It would have been 4 cards. So I have to draw another Night Stalker attack card. This would have been the one where I fled from, and the one to the heart would have been its surprise attack on me. So I would have also had nothing happen to me because those are not the main adult tokens. So again, we are awesome. We were able to survive that one. Now on this one, we have our creeper coming in. Here he is. He's right here. Creeper, 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 creeper. And he's got himself a surprise of 2. There's nothing I can do about that. I don't have any cards. So we'll draw another Night Stalker attack card. And this time it is going to be all the people. It says the character suffers 1 light wound and gets a slime marker. If the character was attacked because of an escape action and has an undressed serious wound, the intruder follows them. Okay, good luck. Good news. Blood Chase doesn't fully activate like that. I am going to suffer my light wound and gain a slime marker. At this point, I only have 1 action left with my synthetic android character here. We're going to use it to search. If we do actually find an intruder or we have to roll for noise and this attacks us, 1 card is probably not going to help us. So I'm going to tick this down to 2. I get to choose 2 items from something. I'm going to choose them from the military deck because I think that is where we're going to find some type of gun. We'll draw our 2 cards. The first one is a weapon battery, which I could use to heal me if I got 2 weapon batteries. I think I'll take a weapon battery. This one I could use to heal myself with my heal card. Also, I can add 3 enemy ammo to an energy weapon, or if you're in a room with a computer and in a section without power, I can use a computer action card. Also, if we go to craft anything, it is going to give me that particular part of the crafting components. Since we have no CSS, we'll go ahead and move this down 1. We would lose some power, but of course we have no power in the system right now. We do not have any noise removal, so we're just going to go right to the intruder attack step. We'll draw our next card and see what befalls our biologist here. Nothing because it does not have the symbol for the creeper. We'll discard that card. Moving on, we are going to move into the fire. There's not any of that, so we'll resolve our next event. Hopefully nothing too bad happens to us. We have Scent of Blood. Place a noise marker in each corridor without a noise marker connected to a room with a character who has an undressed serious wound. That is nobody. Place an adult intruder in each room with a character who has an undressed serious wound and is not in combat. Again, nobody. This was a great card to draw. Also, we are going to move our adult intruder down corridor 4. The creeper will stay where it is because it is in combat. This guy is moving back down this way. We'll go to our intruder bag development, starting with our xenobiologist who has the first player token. We'll bat these around a little bit in here and grab this one. We have the larva token, which means we'll be discarding this and we'll be adding even more adults to this bag. That's out of control. We got so many adults in here. We're going to go to our android. We'll shuffle this up a little bit and we'll grab a token out of here. Let's see what we have found. We have found ourselves an adult. Oh, that means I'm going to have to roll for noise. So at this point, we're hoping for not a 2 or a 3. We got a 2. I'm going to remove this one from here, and we'll draw a token out of our Nemesis death bag here. Let's see what we have found. We have found ourselves, and we give this one right here. We found ourselves, oh, here comes another adult flying in, and it's going to be on a 3. I don't have any cards, so we'll place another adult out here, and we're going to get a surprise attack from this adult. Let's see what befalls our brave synthetic here. We have our Night Stalker attack card, and there it is. It is Blood Chase again. The character suffers 1 light wound and gets a slime marker. I already have a slime marker. If the character was attacked because of an escape action and has an undressed serious wound, the intruder follows them. So I'll just grab a light wound. Having run from one intruder and have to deal with a creeper, I think our xenobiologist turned out okay. She has a slime marker and a light wound, not the end of the world. We'll give our cards here a good old little truffle shuffle here and move into drawing some cards for her. We'll pass our first player token over to the android and see what they get. I have rushed analysis. I have repairs. I have my pheromones card. I did get my contamination card and my vivisection. I can't say the word right now. We'll put that there and pass the token. Our android also did, I think, decent. Light wound and a slime. That's not the end of the world. I'll give her cards a good truffle shuffle here as well. And we are going to draw 5 of these. And since I'm shuffling the deck, I have to remove one of my tokens from the UPS. She only has 4 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And since there's no power anywhere in here, I don't know how we're going to get it back. There's my power up card. I might want to try to save that card. Then we have our search, repairs, network access, and another search card. I think those are going to turn into run cards is what those are going to turn into. Our android is a little bit of a predicament there, but I think I've got a maybe plan. We're going to use our power up card to move. I did a little bit of math. It's probably not the best math in the world, but I've got 4 UPS tokens. And if I start at, where are we at? We're at number 6 or 5 on our time track. And if it gets to the end, we're done. I don't feel that I'm going to run a UPS before that time tracker hits the end. So I'm going to use that to move, and we're going to move over to this one here. I am running, so I'm going to have to take an attack from that alien. I do not like just taking random attacks here. Cut, the character suffers 1 light wound and a contamination card, and the character suffers an additional light wound. 2 light wounds and a contamination card. Barf. Taking 2 light wounds, 1, 2. We are on our serious wound card, so we're going to grab one of those. We have found ourselves a hand. The cost of all your item actions is increased by 1. That's horrible. I'll put that right here. She has a serious wound, and I believe the only way to dress him, of course, is with her self-repair card. That's the end of that. I was able to run away, but I got wounded. Let's not forget our contamination card. That's a super bonus card. We'll put it right here in the discard pile. Moving back to where she is, I was able to find myself, another green room. Surgery. We found the surgery room. I can perform surgical procedures. Awesome. Let's see what else we found. We found a door. That's actually really good. Oh, and it's already on 3. Super good. So we'll take another door item or miniature here and place it in the corridor just on top over there. We'll place her down there. I do have to roll for noise running over to this area here, and we got a 1. We found noise in the corridor we came from. That's kind of not a surprise. Sadly, I don't know if maybe I could search here. I could search here and maybe find something to get rid of my slime. That's about the only thing I can think of. Otherwise, I'm going to have to move down here because over here is this card right here, the defense control room, and it already has 0 in it. So there's nothing I can get from that one. So the only place to get to where I could possibly find something is to move into that room. So let's do that. I'm going to use my repairs card to move. We're going to move using that down into this room here, and we'll roll for noise. There's no noise anywhere, so something really badly can't happen yet. We'll put that right there. Our xenobiologist has to run. I don't really have any other choice. I could use this card to do 1 damage to it, but I don't think 1's really going to work. I'm just going to discard that card to move down into this section over here. We'll roll for our noise when I do that, and we're going to have to take an attack from this guy. We got a 3, so I'm going to place noise here. I do get an attack when I left this section here. Let's see what we have found. Piercing the heart. Well, we're not dealing with the queen, so that's not going to hurt us. That's fantastic. I have a second action I can do now, and I think what we're going to do is we are going to do our rushed analysis. Scan all contamination cards in your hand and remove all uninfected cards. If you removed at least one card this way, gain 1 knowledge. If any are infected, follow the infection procedures. I do have 1 contamination card. Let us see what is in this contamination card. Hopefully not the word infected. I see indugerigivid and infeneswifted, so not infected, which is fantastic. So I'm going to gain 1 knowledge. Her knowledge is now 2. I'm going to discard this card. I don't need it anymore, which is awesome. And I think that's going to be her 2 actions. At this point, I'm going to have our android move again. And she's going to move with her network access to right here. Let's see what she has found. She found a contaminated room. Gain 1 slime when searching. Aha, joke's on you, I'm already slimed. Let's see what is in there. Oh, it's broken. Oh, but the contaminated room cannot be broken. And there are 2 things there. So we'll place her in that room. I do still have to roll for noise when moving in. We'll place 1 back in the technical corridors because there is not 1 there. And that was her first action to move there. So her second action is now we are going to search. I'm going to turn this down to 1. Which way is it going? That way. And again, we're looking for some kind of military item here. I need to kill these things. Let's see what we have found. We have found ourselves a glow stick. That's not going to kill anything. And another weapon battery. Wow, that's hilarious. Let's see what the glow stick does. Ignore darkness effect for you. Knowledge 3. Discard this card. I don't have knowledge 3. Oh, I do have knowledge 3 because I have knowledge. Yeah, I do have knowledge 3. That's amazing. Discard this card during your melee attack action instead of getting a contamination card. After rolling a combat die, it says here, the target of this attack suffers 1 injury. I think we'll take the glow stick. It's better than a sharp stick in the nose, I guess you can say, even though I don't think anybody's ever said that. That's her 2 actions. Let's move over to the xenobiologist. At this point, our xenobiologist has 2 cards. She's going to choose to pass. The reason I'm going to choose to pass is I could use them to move in here, potentially putting noise here, or having an intruder actually in this room with me. If I have the intruder enter this room, I could potentially run from it, again, probably being attacked, but that's going to be okay. I could get here without any intruders and make this happen, which is going to be way better. Meanwhile, over here, where she's just exploring everything she possibly can, I'm going to use my search card again to grab some military items. We need to find a gun. Come on, let's find a gun. We have found ourselves a weapon battery and a weapon. Wow, she's got more weapon batteries than anybody on the planet. She can keep herself going till the dawn of time. She can just lock herself in a closet and stay put for a millennia with all the weapon batteries she has. That's the end of her turn. She has no more cards. We'll continue on. At this point, we'll move our time track down to here, and we have crossed this threshold, so we're going to read story moment 04. Talos, come in. This is Requiem Station. Are you there? Talos, where the hell are you? Talos to Requiem Station, you there? We've got him. Listen, we need to get into the main security uplink so we can control the doors and get you outside. Right, get on it. We can't get there from here. You'll have to set us up from inside. Fine. How do we do that? Just get there and give me a holler. I'll walk you through it. Just get there. Right. Understood. Maybe we should just do everything ourselves. Shut up, Carl. Any idea how to get around these creatures? We'll do it. Fly around them? Ask politely. Carl. Wait, I have an idea. Let's set up the monitors, track those creatures, and steer clear of them. Avoid any encounters. Getting back to the monitoring won't be easy. Maybe we should just trudge on. Both equally crappy options. We'll just have to pick our poison. And here's our poison. Place the event 5 token plus an on-use token in the defense control room, and the event 6 token plus an on-use token in the alert room. Place an event 8 token on the 0-2 slot of the time track. So that only gives us 2 turns to get to those places. Good news, I'm actually kind of there. In my infinite gaming wisdom, I kind of had a feeling we'd eventually be using this room for something, though I don't think that was rocket science. I'm going to put the event 5 token on use in the event control room, or defense control room, I'm sorry, right there. Then I will place our 6 token and an on-use token right here in the alert room. I'll be placing this 0-8 token up on our time track under 0-2. We'll move right to the next event because there's nothing else that's going to happen on our events that are going to matter. We have short circuit. Place a fire marker in each explored room with a computer in sections with power. Ha ha! Joke's on them. There's nothing with power in this entire place. I'm going to remove this event from the game, and then we're going to shuffle in these two back into our deck and be ready for next round. I'm also going to move our adults down track 4. This one's playing do-si-do, going back and forth here, so we'll just slide him right back down there. Meanwhile, this guy is making my decision a little bit easier as to which way to go. Probably not into there. After resolving our event, we'll go to our intruder bag development, starting with our android. Our android will draw a token and see what she gets. She has got herself a larva, so we're going to remove that from the bag and add another adult token. Oh my gosh. Now we'll move to the xenobiologist, see what she gets. We'll shuffle up our intruder bag development section, dark death bag here. We've got this, another one of those adults, so we'll roll for noise for her. Let's grab our die and see what happens. Come on, let's roll it up and nothing too bad. We got a 2, so that means we're going to place it away from her. It was a little off camera. I just wanted to move it so you could see it. It's going to be placed right there. With that done, we'll grab 3 cards for our xenobiologist. 1, 2, 3. Now I could have chose to discard these cards, but I had to do it when it was the end of her turn, not before we do all the other event steps. I didn't discard them. I'm going to keep them. That's just totally fine. We have demolitions, interruption, and a workspace plan. For our android's just going to grab all 5 of the cards she hasn't used yet. She's got her contamination card, which she has to scan right now and see what happens. She's going to scan it, and we're either going to see, if we see infected anywhere on there, we see infested, we see ibistastis, and we see itchnabad. So none of those say contaminated, so we are good. I'm going to discard this card. We have to draw another action card, which means we are back to 5. And she has her demolition card, interruption, computer access, efficiency, and she does have her self-repair card. I can discard duct tape or tool belt to dress one of your serious wounds or heal all of your light wounds. Maybe I should have gone for some of those yellow ones instead of all the red useless cards we now have. Our xenobiologist will now take her turn. Here's the deal. We need to get into here and activate it. In order to do that, we can't have any enemies in there. At least that's the plan. Let's see what we can do. I'm going to use both of these cards to do a careful move. That way, when we do a careful movement, I'm able to place the noise marker where I want it. We'll put it right there. Now we'll activate that by using our demolition card. And no, we're going to keep our demolition card just in case they throw us a curveball and lock us in this room. I'm going to use my workspace plan and my repairs card to activate our backup power supply. And that will then trigger event number 3, according to our token right here. Event 3. Emergency power kicked in. About time. Looks like the power is at least partially back. Yes. Now, where were we? Flip the time token to the active blue side. This time we'll also flip power tokens 1 and 2 to the blue side. Now it doesn't say anything about me being able to use this as a normal action. So from what I understand, I'm not going to be able to move these power things, even though when I use the backup power supply, I'm allowed to rearrange those. But this one doesn't say I'm allowed to do that. So I'm not going to do that according to our little story event here. We'll flip both of these back to 1 and 2 side, and we'll take our token and flip it over to that active side. This is actually going to work out pretty good because I'll be able to remove some of this noise when it comes to our turn because it'll all be in the light. With that completed, our xenobiologist is going to pass. She'll keep her last card just in case something jumps out, even though I don't think that's really going to help her if something jumps out. But who knows? Moving over to our android, I'm going to use our interruption card to move ourselves through this corridor over to there. We'll roll up our noise die and see what we get. Oh, we got a danger symbol. So we'll put noise in absolutely everywhere. Wow, get danger when I don't want it. We'll put them all around her. At this point, I'm going to use my efficiency card, which allows me to use the action from the room you're in without paying its cost. Choose or discard any number of cards from your hand and then draw the same amount. Nope, we're just going to use it for what it says there. We're going to activate this defense control room, and check out story moment 05. So far, so good. I'm in the monitoring room. Looks intact. Everything seems to be on standby. Well, that's a good sign, at least. Let there be light. Discard noise marker from each corridor connecting to a room with a character. Oh, that's perfect, because I have noise around both of my characters. Place event 9 token plus an unused token in the transmitter control room. And there was light. Guys, you getting this? It seems so. Let's hope it helps. We'll place an unused token in the transmitter control room. I'm going to discard this block token for now because we do have power in that section. But I'm going to place it right here in case the giver goes out again. I know to try to put it back. We'll also be removing noise from every place around our characters, which is awesome. There is still this token right up here I haven't had a chance to check out, and I don't know if we're going to get to it because now we have an objective up here to that control center or the transmitter control room. I'd like to get to this, but check it out. He's being guarded by this evil giant monster here, and I don't know if I want to do that because I'm still going to have to run by this one over here in order to get there because I didn't get any weapons whatsoever still. I could maybe throw a weapon battery at him, or I could maybe throw a glow stick at him. I could maybe do that. Ignore the darkness effect for you. That's kind of cool. Knowledge 3, I don't have knowledge. Oh, I do have knowledge 3, so I could potentially use as a melee weapon if I want. At this point, now I should be saying that the xenobiologist is going to pass her turn because she's not going to want to do anything. I think she's going to be just fine where she is. Maybe if she could move over one and find something, but I don't know. I think we're going to keep her down in that area, though it's dark where she is, and that's not a good thing. But that's okay. We're going to move with our android. She's going to use 2 of her action cards. She's going to use her computer skills card in order to move. Or I could use it if you're in a room with a computer to use the room action without paying its cost. Or, okay, so I've already done that. If it does have a computer, I could do that again if I wanted to, but we're not going to. I wonder if I have one that I could maybe use, because we could potentially use this computer card here, this action card, which I could open and close a door. I guess that's not going to help us. There's not too many doors out there. I've just found that I almost never use these cards, and I should really get in the habit of trying to get to use some of those at some point. Instead, we're going to use our computer skills card to move over here. We'll roll for noise, and since there isn't any around her, that's absolutely awesome. We'll roll it up. We got a quiet symbol. That'd be fantastic, except she's slimed. So we're going to put the tokens in here. So now it's a danger symbol. And of course, something I usually always forget is if you do roll danger and there's an adjacent intruder, they move into your square. And if there's multiples, they both move into your square. How awesome is that? Not awesome at all. We're going to try to get by them. I don't think trying to take out 2 of these with a glow stick is going to do a lot of good. So we'll use our demolition cards to run again and see if we can get by these guys. I'm going to try to sneak by over here. Now, both of those are going to be able to make an attack against me. We'll make our first attack with our crawler dude here and see how that goes. He does nothing to me. Perched in the dark. The character suffers 1 serious wound. Not going to happen because I am not being attacked by an adult at this point. I'm being attacked by the creeper. Now let's get attacked by the adult. The adult is not going to do anything at all. Blood Rage, it does not activate. Oh, wow. What a lucky break that was. I can't believe it. That was absolutely super awesome. So she got away scot-free in a way. There is potentially not scot-freeness here. We have to roll our dice because we have to roll for noise. Let's see what happens. And what do we got? We got an danger symbol. Here they come. We elude them once. They don't like it. We elude them twice. Maybe that will be better. That's the end of her 2 actions. We would normally go back to the xenobiologist, but she has passed her turn. Our android is running for her life. We are going to use our self-repair card to also continue running. We're going to run up to here, but I do have to take 2 more attacks. One from our crawler. Let's see what we got. We got cut. The character suffers 1 light wound and a contamination card. I am not in the dark, so we'll take 1 light wound, and we're also going to grab 1 contamination card and put it in our discard pile. The next attack is from our adult, and it is going to get knocked over, and it is going to suffer a serious wound. She's going to take a serious wound from this vile creature here. Let's see what our next serious wound is. Hopefully it doesn't slow us down. It's about the only thing that could really make my day bad. We've got eyes. You're always counted to be in darkness. Oh, that's terrible. I got hit in the eyes. That's something else. That's amazing. The only thing left to do is roll for noise. Man, if I get another darkness, that's going to be absolutely terrible. Oh, we got another danger symbol. These things are just chasing us down. Oh, this is absolutely amazing. Here they come roaring up this corridor here. Absolutely amazing. I can't believe it. We'll move our time track to 3. We're almost going to be at 08. I do go across a blue line here. So we're going to make our second one go to inactive. That's going to be in the S02 section. Now that we moved the time track, we'll go to the noise removal step. So we'll be able to remove noise from every place where there's light that is not adjacent to one of our characters. So that's going to be 3 noise in the first section. That brings us now to the intruder attack step. This is going to be really bad. I have to take 2 attacks, and this potentially could kill our character right here, which is bad news because that means we have to do the xenobiologist all the way up to that room, or maybe move over to that other room, the security area or the event room, and I can maybe get that token done instead. We're going to draw our creeper first. Our creeper is going to attack us, and it is going to blood rage. Oh, it's not going to do anything. Okay, that's fantastic. That's 1 attack. Now we have to do what the adult is going to do. The adult's going to evolve, which means, oh, it's not going to do anything because it's a creeper symbol here. Replace the attacking creeper with a breeder if able. Oh my gosh, and the breeder attacks. Oh, that would be absolutely terrible. All right, lucky for us, we did them in the right order. That would have been absolutely Murder City. After all that fun, we do have to draw an event card, and we have bulkheads open. Open all doors except destroyed doors. And if you're in darkness, we're going to place a noise marker in each corridor without a noise marker connected to a room with a character. That's really bad. On top of that, the only adult alien is going to move down corridor 1. The other 2 that are in combat are not going to move at all. So we have to put noise here, and then he is going to move down corridor 1 over to there. So it does open up this room if we want to try to get to it. That's going to be the end for the intruder or the event card. Now we're going to do our intruder bag development step. We'll start with our xenobiologist. She's all alone down there in a room full of noise, and she has found a larva. I don't think there's any larvas left, but I almost don't have any adults left. We're going to put that adult into here. Now we'll draw one. Oh, we don't have to draw one for our android because she's in combat. That's wrong. She just doesn't perform noise rolls. She still is going to be drawing a token out of here. Let's see what we got. We got the blank token. So again, we'll be putting that back in there, and we're going to be adding another adult. We'll get ourselves ready for the next turn. I'm going to grab 3 cards here. We got our search card, a field experience, and our search card. I'll shuffle these up, give them a good old truffle shuffle here, and I think do I get any more? I think I get 1 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, I get 1 more card. So we'll shuffle this up a little bit, and we'll grab this card right here. That's 5 cards for her. We'll have to shuffle our android's cards, so we're going to remove 1 token, give our cards a good old truffle shuffle here, hopefully not drawing that contamination card. I don't want to deal with that right now. I just want to get to that room and see what that token does. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got our efficiency, interruption, search, and our repairs card. That's pretty good. The other thing I have to do is I have to remove this door. All doors were opened. The last thing I have to do, you probably noticed this, and I just noticed this now. I did a second search in the contaminated room. It should be at 0. There shouldn't be any items left in that contaminated room. I don't think it's going to play into effect here, but who knows? I don't have anything I can do about these guys, so we are going to have to attempt to run. I'm going to use my interruption card to run. Let's see if we can make it. I need to draw 2 cards. We'll draw our creeper first and see what happens. Our creeper is going to cut us. So our character is going to suffer 1 light wound and get another contamination card. And the character suffers an additional light wound. If I was in darkness, I'm not. There is power there. So we're going to take our 2nd light wound. Oh, we're 1 away from getting a serious wound. Now, if this gives us a light wound, we're going to grab a serious wound. That means I'm still alive. And by the way, I'm moving out of this room. I'm moving up to there. So we'll see how this goes. I got Evolve. Oh, this is an Evolve card. So this isn't going to work because he's an adult. That's not going to affect us at all. That's absolutely phenomenal. Now that I have eluded my captors, I do have to roll for noise inside this room, and we got a 1, which means we're going to have to remove those noise tokens and draw into our bag and see what we find. Now, I didn't draw a danger symbol, so it doesn't come after us, but we are going to have to deal with a little larva guy here. So we'll put a larva down right here, and its surprise value is 0 since I am in a lit room. So the surprise value is 0 for that. I'm not too worried about a larva. I can't believe there's any larvas left in that bag. So I do have to remove the noise from here and from our technical corridors as well, and move over to the xenobiologist. I lied, it's not our xenobiologist's turn. I've only done one action with our android. For our second action, we're actually going to use this glow stick. With 3 knowledge, I can discard this card during a melee attack action. Instead of getting a contamination card and rolling a combat die, the target of this action suffers 1 injury. That's the target. It's going to suffer 1 injury. I'm going to discard my glow stick. I no longer get this. And I've defeated that larva. We're going to remove him from the board, and I actually removed the token from the board game as well. Doesn't go anywhere near that. I am now going to pass the turn over to our xenobiologist. In order to use that glow stick, I did have to use a card, so we're just going to use our we're going to use our search card just in case something crazy happens. And I should point out that it wasn't this taking my action card, it was the attack action. In order to use the attack action, I had to use a card, and using that card, I'm able to discard this to make that melee attack action. I hope that makes sense. It wasn't this I wasn't spending the action on, it was actually making the attack that I was spending the action card on. I honestly don't know what to do with this character. I could go explore a little bit more, but I have a feeling that we have 3 turns left, so there might be more we have to do. I think trying to get up to this room is going to be our priority here, so I'm going to start making my way there. And I think that's going to be the fastest route, is this way as opposed to the other way. The other way I'd be able to reveal more tokens and stuff, which, is that a good thing? Probably not. I'm going to use my search card to move into this room here. We'll roll some noise and see what we found. We found 4, so we are going to remove both of these tokens, and we're going to dig into our Nemesis bag and see what we found. I bet it's an alien adult, or an intruder, adult intruder, I bet. Wow, I can't believe we found a blank token. Unbelievable. We're going to put down noise then in all of these sections when you draw a blank token. Of course, if that token was the last token in the bag, I would add an adult. It was not the last token in the bag, for sure. I'm going to spend my search card to move again up to here. Let's roll our noise roll here and see what we get. We got a 3, so we're going to place a noise token right into the technical corridors. Those are 2 actions for her. We'll move back to our android and see what happens. Our mess of wires and electrodes that is barely being held together is going to use her efficiency card to use an action from the room you're in without paying its cost, giving us the ability to use this token here. We're going to check out story moment number 9 in the book. Event 9. Yes, we have a connection. If you have choice A token, go to event 9A, otherwise go to event 9B. There's that choice A token again. I decided not to take. I wonder if I should be regretting this. Event 9B. Everyone back to the shuttle. But Commander, you saw those things. We don't have the firepower to deal with them. Go to event 9C. Requiem Base, this is Talos. We're sorry. I hope you understand. Wait, understand what? Self-destruct sequence set. You now have 5 minutes to reach minimum safe distance. Place choice D token into the choice pool and go to mission 3, 455. Damn! And there you have it. We were able to survive Mission 2 on the Nemesis Lockdown on Untold Stories Volume 3. This is absolutely amazing. Oh my gosh, it was so thematic. As she's running down here, those things are chasing right after her. That was so cool. We got super lucky on some of those draws. I can't believe we actually made it to this room and not be dead. That was out of control. This is super fun. I'm super excited for the 3rd mission. I hope you are as well. If you did enjoy the playthrough, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell symbol so you know when the next part comes out. Also, please feel free to leave anything in the comments below. I would love to hear from everyone. On top of that, in the description of this video, I'm going to put a link to my Patreon. If you're interested in becoming a member of the Patreon, that would be awesome. Some of the perks you get is you're able to help me decide what games we play, what characters are going to be in our games, and also what we paint during our live painting episodes. On top of that, you're going to see my Patreons right here in the credits. I do appreciate everything that everybody does for me. It is so much fun to see all these people coming together in such an amazing community that we have here at Meet Me at the Table. So that's all I have. We were able to get through Mission 2. Time to go to Mission 3. And if you're excited to see if our android and our xenobiologist can make it through, then I need you to meet me at the table.